Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com. I want to talk about martial law. It's people don't understand really what martial law is. You've been watching TV, and so when you watch TV, you see martial law on that, and so you think you know what martial law is, but it's not like that. And what's happening, I noticed this trip. I'm in Mexico, between Veracruz and Mexico City, heading down to Guatemala. I've had almost, I guess, about 3 months in the United States, and I could see we're martial law. That's what I'm thinking. I'm debating right now if the United States is in martial law right now. And the reason I say that is when you compare it, well, first you have to understand Mexico and Guatemala are in martial law. Now, and you don't see a bunch of military people. You don't see, well, we have checkpoints. But we don't have a lot of checkpoints. And so without the checkpoints, then you don't think you're in martial law. Like I said, I think we've had, I think I've had two checkpoints to get where I am now. There's probably going to be 2 more checkpoints, and that'll be in you're talking about I don't know, 2,500 mile stretch, and so that's not that much in the way of checkpoints. Not like you see on TV. Not like it is in war zones. In war zones, they have more checkpoints. But I say, so we're not like that, but it's still martial law down here. And now, so I'm trying to figure out how I can help you understand, because the thing is, you're going to be in if you're not in martial law right now, you're going to be, and you won't even know it. It's that frog in the pot with the cold water, and then you turn on the heat and it gets hotter and hotter and hotter. That's what you're going through right now in the United States. And is it martial law right now? Like I say, I'm not quite sure. To me, it is. You're under martial law right now. And the reason I say that, I've been out of the United States. Like I say, I moved out almost about 13 years ago. The United States is not the same as it was 13 years ago. And law enforcement is not policing anymore. Now, law enforcement, like I say, it looks like martial law. And the thing is, policing, they profile, and they're looking for bad people. Policing, they try to help people whatever problems they may have. That's why it used to be police were really good. Something happens, you send your kids to the police. Call a policeman. I remember telling my kids, if something happens, get a hold of the policeman, and the policeman will help you. Now you keep your kids away from policemen, and the policeman will ask your kids questions. And that's not policing. They're snooping. They're trying to find out information. As a matter of fact, a lot of places are asking your kids information. Are there guns in the house? How many people live in the house? You know, I mean, they're really, that's not policing. No, that's being pretty damn nosy. And what are they going to use with that information? Like I say, they're using that information to profile, but to find out if you are a threat. There's police going by. To find out if you are a threat. You know, what do they call that? If you see something, say something. Well, they're nosy, and they're looking to get, they want to find out as much information about everybody as they can. So, because people are creatures of habit. So if you change your habit, they want to know, because you might be a threat to them. And I'll lose my train of thought here. What they want is they're trying to get the population used to snitching, ratting on each other. In Cuba, that's a big thing. China, it's a big thing. They want people to snitch on each other. You can't get enough police and military to control the whole population. So what they do is they get the population to control itself by snitching on each other. This is why I push the 3-man militia in gardening, first aid, all kinds of stuff. Because what you're doing is you're gaining relationship. And this relationship could be used for your own safety. Because like I say, we can't get help from the police because they're not policing. Now they're enforcing, really close to military. That's why you see the wardrobe has changed. They're looking more and more like military instead of policemen. Look at the old pictures of police, how the police used to be. Police used to be wearing a uniform, and they looked good. They weren't a threat. They were calming, trying to be, just take it easy. You know, this type of stuff. Now they're getting more and more threatening looking. They're looking for intimidation, and it's funny because you look at them, they're intimidating, and when you see them act, they act like, they're so concerned about you. And like I say, the serve and protect, that applies to themselves. The only obligation they hold themselves to is serving and protecting themselves, and it's not the public. And what they're going to be doing, and they're already doing, like I say, they're making. Well, you see, there's not much police presence. You don't see a lot. On this road, we've only seen one. On roads where they have more trouble, there's more and more presence. And that's what they're going to do in martial law. They move the police presence, they move it around to areas where they need to show more intimidation, show more control. And that's why they're moving armored vehicles all around the place, because the armored vehicles is what they do. And now I haven't seen many armored vehicles this trip. I don't know if they've been taking them off the roads and what they used to. They used to have a lot of armored, what do you call it, Humvees with 50 caliber machine guns on them. Now they've gone down to pickups with 30 caliber machine guns on them. But like I say, I avoid the hostile areas in Mexico. I'm going down. See, the hostile areas on the Pacific coast and the Gulf Coast. And I used to take the Gulf Coast all the time. Matter of fact, this last trip going up to the United States, I took the Gulf Coast, and you could see all the police. There was a lot of police and military presence on that road. Like I say, they're trying to take back that area, but and you have it in the United States. Well, like I say, when they have a checkpoint. Now, I noticed a lot of you city people don't see all the checkpoints. And that's because they can't do the checkpoints in high traffic areas. So that's why the city folk don't see them so much. You get outside the city, they see them more often. And you'll see that they'll have these checkpoints, and they call them all kinds of stuff, like DUI checkpoints. And I made video talking about that. They stopped me, and I said, well, I don't drink, so I started driving on. And they stopped me again, and they said, wait, we want to see your driver's license. And I said, well, I thought it was a DUI checkpoint. Now you want to see a driver's license. Is it a driver's license checkpoint? And then they want to see registration. You know what I mean? It's just insurance and all this. It has nothing to do with what it is that they stop you for. And that's because you're right back to martial law. They want to see papers. They ask you questions. Where you been? Where you going? These are all things that they ask in martial law. Policemen don't need to ask all that stuff if they're doing policing. But like I say, if they're doing martial law type activity, they ask a lot of questions. And so that's what you need to watch for. And like I say, let me do some more thinking on it, and we'll talk more. But I think the United States is in martial law right now. This is Mike, NoStressMike.com.